Is Elon Musk the Antichrist? This question has been buzzing around, sparking debates and curiosity. So what is the reality? Could this tech visionary and entrepreneur really be the Antichrist or the follower? Let's dive into this video to know. In the Christian beliefs about the future, there's a figure known as the Antichrist. This is someone mentioned in the Bible who is supposed to oppose Jesus Christ and try to take his place before Jesus' return. The term Antichrist is mentioned 4 times in the New Testament, specifically in John's 1st and 2nd epistles. The Antichrist is described as someone who denies the Father and the Son. There's a similar term, false Christ, found in the Gospels of Matthew and Mark. In these passages, Jesus warns his followers not to be tricked by false prophets who will claim to be Christ and perform great signs and wonders. There are a few other images often associated with the Antichrist. One is the little horn mentioned in the book of Daniel. Another is the man of sin in Paul the Apostle's 2nd epistle to the Thessalonians. And there's also the beast of the sea in the book of Revelation, mark of beast. In the book of Revelation, Revelation 13:11-18, John witnessed a vision of another beast emerging from the earth. This beast had 2 horns like a lamb but spoke with the voice of a dragon. It held the same authority as the first beast and compelled people to worship the first beast, the one that had a mortal wound that was miraculously healed. This second beast displayed powerful miracles, like bringing down fire from the sky to the earth, in full view of the people. John observed that this second beast deceived the earth's inhabitants by performing these signs in the presence of the first beast. It even convinced people to create an image of the first beast, which had been wounded by a sword yet survived. Strangely, this second beast gave life to the image, enabling it to speak. Furthermore, it forced those who refused to worship the image to be killed. This beast also imposed a system wherein everyone, regardless of their social status, had to bear a mark on their right hand or forehead. Without this mark, no one could engage in buying or selling. The mark represented the name of the beast or the numerical value of its name. John noted that comprehending the meaning of the beast's number required wisdom and understanding, as it symbolized the number 666. How is Elon Musk's Neuralink related to the Antichrist or the beast? In 2016, Elon Musk started a company called Neuralink. He wanted to make technology to put tiny chips in people's brains. At first, he thought this could help paralyzed people move again and help blind people see again. This idea is a bit like the stories of Jesus in the Bible, healing people. Some people are talking about how this could relate to prophecies, like the mark of the beast in the Bible's Revelation 13, where a mark is put on people's foreheads. Elon Musk is also known for things other than Neuralink. He's been in the news for trying to make Twitter more open for people to speak their minds. While he hasn't totally removed rules, he's tried to let people share their thoughts more freely. Musk calls Twitter a hive mind and uses it like a big group chat. This makes us think about how he might control information, similar to parts of Revelation 13. Neuralink's ideas about improving our brains are exciting, but we must think about our freedom and natural selves. Even though having a super memory and IQ sounds good, putting computer chips in our brains could be worrisome. As people made wonderfully by God, many of us don't want to change our bodies with technology. The idea of living and dying with computer chips inside us goes against our natural wishes. What do we know about the Antichrist? While the Bible doesn't say exactly who the Antichrist is, it gives us clues about him. According to the book of Daniel, he will look really impressive and special, standing out from others. Daniel 7:20. The Antichrist will be very good-looking and tall, like King Saul, who was handsome and taller than most people. 1 Samuel 9:2. The Bible also tells us that the Antichrist will be very smart and tricky. Daniel describes him as someone who knows how to do bad things and will use lies to succeed. Daniel 8:23-25. In Daniel's words, the Antichrist will slowly rise to power by being sneaky and taking control little by little. Daniel 11:21. He'll start as a small leader but get more and more powerful. Not only will the Antichrist be charming and smart, but he'll also talk in a really proud and disrespectful way. Revelation 13:5-6 says he'll say big things against God, God's name, and where God lives. Daniel tells us that he'll brag and speak with pride against the highest. Daniel 7:25. The Antichrist will go against God and make his own religion. The word anti means both going against something and trying to replace it. Both these meanings fit the Antichrist. He'll get his power from Satan and try to take the place of Christ by acting like he's a god. The Antichrist is among us. So in the book of Revelation, John and Paul, who were followers of Jesus, talk about a person called the Antichrist. But they use different names for him. John calls him the Antichrist, and Paul calls him the man of lawlessness. Paul tells us to be careful and not fooled. He says that before Jesus comes again, there will be a time of rebellion, and this lawless person will be shown. Paul mentions that something is stopping this person from showing up now, but the wrongness is already happening. 2 Thessalonians 2, 3, 6, 7. John says that any spirit that doesn't believe in Jesus is not from God, but is from the Antichrist. John says that the Antichrist's spirit is already in the world, 1 John 4, 3. He even says that even though people say the Antichrist is coming, there are already many Antichrists in the world, 1 John 2, 18. Both Paul and John talk about a time just before Jesus came back. At that time, a strong person who's influenced by bad things will go against Jesus and the people who follow him. But even before this big Antichrist comes, we can see signs of bad influence worldwide. The Antichrist is both coming in the future and already here. This means the Antichrist is already around us. John warns us that many liars are in the world. They don't believe that Jesus came in a real body. John says that these people are the Antichrist, 2 John 1, 7. Analyzing the Antichrist prophecies with Musk. To understand the connection between Elon Musk and the Antichrist, let's look at the teachings of the Bible, including books like Revelation, Daniel, Ezekiel, and Jeremiah, as well as St. Paul's writings about the man of sin. These texts offer insights that can help us understand whether Musk fits the description of the Antichrist. The Antichrist is said to have considerable influence in both politics and religion. But, so far, Elon Musk has not shown interest in or gained political power. He hasn't pursued leadership roles or started religious movements. While he admires Jesus and some of his teachings, Musk doesn't match the criteria associated with the Antichrist. We must consider various factors when deciding whether Musk might fit the Antichrist description. Unfortunately for those making the case, there are many aspects where Musk doesn't match the prophetic descriptions. For instance, he doesn't fit the idea of being born under questionable circumstances, a trait attributed to the Antichrist by certain church figures. These missing pieces of the puzzle make it less likely that Musk is the Antichrist. Let's also consider specific qualities often associated with the Antichrist, like being born out of wedlock and claiming to be the Messiah. Looking at these traits can give us a clearer picture. Moreover, understanding the bigger context of the Antichrist and the book of Revelation is crucial for a complete understanding. Unlike the prophecy of the Antichrist being born in questionable circumstances, Elon Musk was born to married parents, not in a situation of doubt. Furthermore, some church teachings suggest that the Antichrist will be from Israel and claim to be the Messiah. Yet, no evidence supports Musk's Jewish heritage or his assertion of being the Messiah. These factors make it less likely that Musk could fulfill the role of the Antichrist. While Elon Musk doesn't seem to fully match the characteristics of the Antichrist, some wonder if he might be a precursor to the Antichrist. So, what do you think of Musk? Is he the Antichrist? Comment below and subscribe for more.